Hey, Dance Moms fans, we are back seeing a new side of Miss Lorianne Gibson, so we're going to go over all the details right after this. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Living where? Living where? Techno remix. Living. Oh, on the dance floor.
It is Dance Moms.
Oh, okay. I was thinking this was the Young and the Restless panel.
No. We're talking all about dance.
Oh, got it. Okay. Hey, guys. My name's Tamara Brown. Thank you so much for joining us for the AFTERBUZZ TV Dance Moms recap of Season 17, Episode 19, All Choked Up. Yeah. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm Karina Vargas. You guys can find me everywhere on Twitter and Instagram at KarinaXVRGS.
And before we get started today, we just wanted to talk to you guys briefly. A little bit of news coming from AFTERBUZZ TV, the channel that you all know and love. And thank you so much for tuning in week after week. We are restructuring a little bit in order to keep things as streamlined as possible for our fans and our viewers and listeners, and to make things easier for you. So stay tuned as the channel takes a direction where we help you find what you're looking for more easily by genre through comedy, drama, wrestling, sports, reality competitions, and things like that. So it will be a lot more easier for you to discover new things that are up your alley, things that you like, and it's going to be really exciting, everything that's coming up around here. So we're looking forward to it. So thank you so much for tuning in again, and stay with us because we got a lot of really cool things on the horizon.
Yeah, let's
Awesome.
do it.
So we are in Season 7, Episode 19. This one's called All Choked Up. And this one was interesting. We got to see like a different side of Lorianne Gibson.
I know. She was very focused, and I liked it. Even though last week she was too, but this time I felt like she really gave it her all because she wanted to win.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that like competition is, because she's not used to competing. She's used to just being hired as a choreographer for A-list talent, and then just getting sort of carte blanche to do whatever she wants. And so it's funny to, that far into your career, have somebody be like, no, we need for 12-year-olds to win a competition in the suburbs of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to do that.
And I feel like also because they didn't win and stuff, she wants to be out there and be like, you know what, my work is good, so I'm going to, try it again and see where that leads her.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was good.
Yeah. She's a lot tougher on the girls, and she's sort of putting her foot down from the beginning when we start with the pyramid, but it's like a kind of a alternative pyramid.
Yeah, she called it the A-list pyramid,
yeah,
or like the A-list thing.
So it was like C-list, B-list, A-list, but it was ultimately a pyramid. But was there? Okay, who was on the pyramid?
Okay, well, I mean, she went from the bottom to the top, and Bryn was at the very bottom. That was the first person she called. Then Kendall, then Cameron, then Macy, Kalani, and then Lily and Ellie, and then at the top it was Nia.
Yeah, and when she called Maisie, because she was like in Group B, right?
Yeah.
And she even said like, you didn't dance. Didn't she say you didn't dance this week? No, wait, it was coming off of Macy's solo the previous week.
Oh yeah, where she messed up.
That's right. But she was still saying like, Macy, you're an incredible. She's like a huge fan of Macy.
Yeah, because Macy was able to like recover very quickly from, she freestyled it, you know, and so I think she liked the fact that she didn't just freeze and stayed there.
Yeah.
So.
And who was on the top? Who's on the A-list?
Nia.
Yes,
my favorite of last week.
Good for Nia.
Yeah.
Up into a point, because Yeah, I wonder if that was Lorianne's decision to like decide to go with the pyramid, or if that was something that maybe the show told her that we need this, we need to stick with this like same structure.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like the producers and stuff, like, because the pyramid is tradition on Dance Moms,
Yeah.
and Abby has always done it from the very first episode. So I think she wanted to kind of, instead not call it a pyramid and call it the A-list pyramid, to make it like her own type
Yeah.
of stuff. But
She
I
puts
felt
that
like,
celebrity spin on
yeah,
everything.
she does. So I felt like it was probably the producers kind of saying like, no, yeah, you should continue doing it since it is a Dance Moms tradition.
Yeah. So she introduces that the two solos are going to be Kalani and Bryn. And that's back, sort of also bringing back, you know, she brings back the pyramid. She's kind of going back to Abby's, you know, tried and true methods.
Yeah,
So
just giving out solos, giving out everything.
yeah. So we're going back to the old ways a little bit this week. But Bryn gets not a lyrical dance. She wants to, you know, really help Bryn sort of bring out that personality that we keep hearing that Bryn needs to, you know, we need to see more acting, we need to see more facial, we need to see more expression. So I guess she's giving Bryn a little bit of an assignment with this dance. And then Kalani gets something called Savage because she wants... this was her explanation of this. Did you, like, see the vision?
I mean, I just thought that maybe it was like called Savage because Kalani does do all these really pretty and mature dances.
That's
and
true.
I felt like that's why this was maybe like, even like when she performed, she was like wearing all black. It was like really dark. She was like whipping her hair. It was like
very crawly. She was
Yeah.
like crawling on the floor, like not crawling on the floor, but it was very like creeper.
Yeah, so I thought maybe that's why, because Kalani's so good at like doing the pretty like lyrical dances, contemporary and stuff. So
Yeah.
I thought it was different, but I really liked it.
Yeah. And then, of course, she introduces the group dance, and again, going with sort of Abby's way of doing things by bringing in some sort of like social justice theme to the group dance. The group dance is called Q, and it is a it's sort of a nod to the trans community and things going on in the media right now about transgender issues, and it's something like brought to the forefront more so than any time in history. So she is theming the dance with a trans theme.
A very important issue. I
Yeah.
thought it was really good for her to like do this. I mean, Abby has done a lot of, you know, dances that have these big messages behind them, and I think that they always do good. And I mean, it's a good way to kind of express yourself through dance. So I really like that Lorian did that.
And when she brought out Rocco,
Yeah.
that was really cool. My question is, my DVR froze at that point. Was Rocco, is he a choreographer, or is he just her friend?
I don't think he
Did
was
they
a
mention that?
choreographer.
Okay.
Because at the bottom, I think it said producer and musician.
Oh, okay.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was that.
Yeah.
Because I think it was mostly like her friend, I think. So.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, so when she introduces the dance, of course, she says that the minis aren't going to be in it this week, which is a shame. I mean, I understand all of her moves so far to sort of really go for the gold with this competition, but they're in fierce dance competition in Fresno, right? And they haven't had luck in Fresno previously. So she really wants to like knock it out of the park this time. But like she doesn't want the minis in the dance. I don't understand why that's a move, because the minis are so, I don't know, my eye's always drawn to them. So
Yeah, mine too. I mean, I kind of get the gist of it, because Lorianne did say it was like a more mature, or like very I don't know the way that she worded it, but I kind of understood that like she wanted all the big girls to be in it. But at the same time, I mean, it's also an issue that you know, has to do with, you know, younger kids as well. So I don't know. I was like in the middle of it, of the whole drama. I was like, I mean, I get her point, but I get her point too,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So of course this causes like a rift between
Drama.
the moms because Stacy and Yolanda are upset because the girls can't be in it. So this leads to a huge fight, and it leads to I love the things that the moms make the kids do. So Yolanda telling Eliana, like, go tell her that your friend. Okay, before we even went on at this point in the episode, like, even just when Yolanda was talking to Eliana saying, go tell her about your friend, go tell her. Even to me at that point, it's before the fight ensued or anything, it seemed like Yolanda was like, I was like, you're really kind of making cheap the fact that she has a friend who's trans, because just so that she can be in the dance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I do like Yolanda and stuff, and some of her decisions I don't completely agree with, but I felt that maybe her intentions could have been like, oh, well, this will get her in the dance. But then at the same time, I also felt like, what if her intentions were to really just tell Lorianne, like, I'm happy that you're doing this, you know, because I have a friend that went through this and stuff like that. So I don't know. It was kind of hard at the beginning. I was thinking maybe, okay, she's just gonna tell her how happy she is that she's doing this dance and giving that message out. But then it did kind of turn into like, well, she does want her daughter to have a part in the dance. And
yeah, I like Yolanda a lot too.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorite moms. I don't know why, for some reason, because she brings so much drama, but she just seems a lot more, I don't know, I'm rooting for her more than like, I think Jill's annoying and like Bren's mom kind of is annoying, but like Yolanda doesn't bug me. I'm like rooting for her for some reason, but but you do literally hear Yolanda tell or Eliana say to Yolanda, just tell me what to say, like, because Eliana's 9, right? For a mom to make her kid have this sort of intense conversation and say, you know, I have a good friend of mine who is transgender. I would like to use my personal experience and my, have my strong feelings about this, you know, utilize. I think it could be utilized in the dance. That's a heavy conversation to put on a 9-year-old to have. So I understand why Eliana's like, just tell me what to say. Like, that's a hard conversation for an adult to say.
And I felt like Yolanda should have said that, like exactly what you said, instead of denying that, like, no, well, like, Eliana didn't tell me that, you know?
Yeah.
Because you clearly hear it, you know? And so I felt that if she would have been like, okay, well, yeah, she told me to, like, what to say. I mean, she asked me what to say, but because it's such a, you know, difficult thing for a 9-year-old to tell somebody about, you know? I felt if she would have just came out and said that, there would have been maybe less drama.
Yeah, because, I mean, Stacy kind of I mean, Yolanda was wrong to obviously attack her, but Stacy kind of blew things out of proportion too, you know? And like, especially when she apologizes and, you know, that's when all the moms finally take Yolanda's side for the first time, because they're like, Yolanda goes out there and apologizes, and Stacy's like, what did she say? Like, no, you say the words like, I apologize for putting my hands on your neck or something. She wanted like a more specific apology.
I know. The only thing that I didn't like in Yolanda's part was when she went to the little room where Lily, Macy, and Ellie were, and I felt like Yolanda was kind of not attacking them, but kind of saying like, oh, like they're separating you or they're bullying you and stuff. And it's like, they weren't. And so I felt like that was kind of a way to attack them. So
also it's like putting it in their heads. They were probably like, we weren't even thinking that.
Yeah. So that's why I felt like, oh no, I thought that was a really, really bad move in Yolanda's part.
Yeah.
And so I understand why Stacy got up and got so angry, because she was pretty much attacking Lily and saying, oh, well, she was bullying my daughter, when bullying isn't something to just joke about or like attack somebody for doing that. So I understand Stacy, but it was not a good idea for Yolanda to do what she did.
I agree. So I guess they, they made a truce pretty quickly. Oh, pretty quickly for Dance Moms, because like usually these grudges stretch out for years and years and years and years and years. Seasons. And we wouldn't be here if it weren't for these grudges and fights and everything.
That is very true. Very true.
So the episode, it kind of cuts pretty quickly to the actual competition. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. We didn't talk about the fact that, okay, let me bring this up. I was saying this to Karina before we started. I don't know if you viewers have this, but like sometimes some cable providers, they'll show the following week's episode, like 15 minutes of it, before it even started. So I was just about to start talking about something that I thought happened in this episode, but it's like a big chunk from next week's episode. So I guess I'll hold on to that nugget.
Yeah,
but like
I just don't watch the 15 minutes that they air.
I can't believe that they do that. Because it's kind of confusing, because at first you think that it's like the current episode, and then it turns out it's just like a long sneak preview of the next episode. Am I the only one?
Yeah, because
that's getting that.
Yeah, that doesn't happen with mine.
Yeah,
I think mine cuts off to the next show, which is also like another dance competition show. But,
yeah. So Sharp.
Yeah. But that doesn't happen to me. I don't get a 15-minute thing.
Because we didn't have... Yeah, okay. I don't want to say anything because it's for next week. Maybe I'll say something.
No spoilers.
I'll say it in the predictions because it's going to happen. So, yeah, it cuts pretty quick to the competition, right? Yeah. So, in the competition, Bryn, and we start with Bryn's solo... right away. Like it doesn't have the normal, so many things are different now. I wonder, it made me wonder, like, a lot of times Abby probably had like final approval for like a final edit from Lifetime and producers and stuff. I wonder if now that they're, Abby's MIA, it's more in the hands of the producers. I don't know. I just thought it was very jarring. It was like commercial break and then like Bryn's dancing right away. So did you think that?
Or maybe there just wasn't really drama in between.
There just wasn't anything.
Yeah.
That could be too. Abby's gone. Like a lot of it's just kind of, they're just having to like work a lot harder to.
Lorianne is pretty cool.
Yeah,
so.
she's just chill AF.
Yeah,
so
I feel like if there was gonna be drama, it's between the moms.
Yeah.
Not really with Lorianne.
Yeah. That's true. They just don't have as much to like harp on. So yeah, Bryn's dance. Okay. What did you think of Bryn's dance?
I thought it was different, but I still thought it was really cute because she's not used to doing jazz, and it was something very different because she's always doing lyricals and everything. And I don't know, what did you think?
I thought it was interesting. Like, it was a lot more personality and a lot more upbeat than we normally see from Bryn. So that was good on that way. But it's pretty much 3 seconds into it, I was like, oh, this isn't going to win because of the fact that there wasn't enough, I'm going to call them tricks in there. Like, I feel like for these, this long, and we've been seeing, if you've been a Dance Moms fan for the past 7 seasons, you know that in these competition dances, it's got to be, pirouettes after pirouette after leap, and then aerial, and then just trick after trick after trick, and this just lovely dancing with like minimal turns and leaps and things like that. It just doesn't seem to cut it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I think it is definitely because Lorianne is still trying to make it different and like more of like what you're gonna see in the professional world, not so much in the competition world, but she has to realize that we are in the competition world,
right?
So in order for them to place, that they have to do all these tricks and all of that, that the judges want to see.
Because I guess Laura, I'm just assuming, like, because from Lorianne's background, she comes from a place where she's choreographing dances where you don't have to prove that you can do, 10 pirouettes. Like she comes from a world where it's like, we know we can all, like all the dancers, we know that we can all do this. It's more about the emotion and the expression, and it's more about all these other. So I think she's looking at it from that perspective, I'm assuming, than a competition where it's like, these are kids who have been, they devote most of their lives to dance. We need to see how high they can jump, how far they can extend their leg, how many turns in a row they can do and not fall out of it. Like, these are things that judges want to see. And I'm surprised Lorianne hasn't, like, just latched onto that yet, because she has such an amazing background. She could throw in, I feel like she could just make the most, I want another word besides trick, but like the most like, just like exciting, like fireworks dance. She could come up with all of those things if somebody was just like, yeah, you just need like pirouette, leap, just thing after thing after thing after thing. So yeah, that's what my point is. That's what I thought of Bryn's dance, was that it was really fun to watch, but it just wasn't like high stakes enough for the judges, I guess. And then Kalani's dance, what did you think of Kalani's dance?
It was amazing. I love Kalani, first of all, but this was also something very different for her. And even she was talking when she was rehearsing, like, oh my gosh, this gets me very tired. And it's because she's doing all of these tricks and it's high energy, something that she's not used to, because lyrical dances, with the kicks and everything, and this is more, she's running around, she's doing all those tricks still, and I felt like in this, Lorianne actually got the gist of it, because she was throwing in a lot of those tricks and turns and everything that judges look for, but she was also giving it a different twist, and like that dance could be used in a dance competition and a dance video, music video and stuff. Like, it was able to do both. Yeah. Which is why I think she did place.
Yeah, Kalani's dance was amazing. I loved it. And it's like, I feel like even when Kalani has just this certain body type that attributes to her skill as a dancer, that even if you give her a dance without turns and leaps and impressive things like that, she still just has these like lines that it just seems, I don't know, it seems to go above and beyond even when you're not trying. I don't know. But yeah, it was a really cool dance, but it's still I guess just didn't have enough of the fireworks for the judges. But and then we see the group dance with the props of the doors.
And can we talk about how Cameron got the lead?
Oh, that was so cool.
I know. I thought that was really great for Cameron to actually, because it was her first time ever being a lead in a group dance. And I thought she did amazing. She really transformed into that character and really performed it beautifully.
Yeah, Cameron's such a great dancer to watch. And it's cool that we're getting the chance to see her more and more. Yeah. Because she's really great. So, what did you think of the group dance?
I thought it was great. I felt like they really told this story. Like, you know how Abby always does the story ones, and I felt like Lorianne actually did that with this one too, because I felt like it was close to Lorianne's heart. And I think I love the girls. I think anything that they do, they actually perform it beautifully. They captured the story, the dances, they landed all the dances. They're always in sync and together when they hit every move. So I thought it was amazing.
Yeah. I thought the dancing was amazing. I was a little confused. I don't know, personally, like I feel like if the doors weren't there, I don't know if I would have gotten what the dance was about. But the dance itself was beautiful. It was so awesome seeing Cameron in the lead. It was so awesome seeing them all move together. I thought it was like a really beautiful dance. I really liked it a lot. But I like the costumes. I don't know if I would have understood I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Did you guys get the concept fully? Let us know. Comment. Let us know what you thought of the group dance and the solos. But yeah, I was just I felt like if the doors weren't there, I probably would have been lost as to what it was about.
Yeah. I mean, it could be. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Just picture it without the doors. But I think I still probably would have gotten it. Because you see Cameron in the beginning on the left kind of like alone trying to like figure like herself out. And then as the dance moves on, it's like the girls are more accepting. And then that's when they bring her in. So I mean,
I also really have to be hit over the head. Like, it just might be me. Like, it might just be too. Because, like, I have to, when something's very, like, interpretive or symbolic, I'm like, huh? I don't
I mean, maybe maybe I wouldn't have gotten the whole bathroom, that it was, like, an issue of, like, trans, and the restrooms, because that's something that's been going on recently of, like, whether they should get, like, a separate bathroom. So I thought that maybe I wouldn't have gotten it if the doors weren't there, but I still feel like I probably would have gotten the message that it's about the trans community. I felt like I probably would have still gotten that.
Yeah, because, like, Target is putting in gender-neutral bathrooms. There's men, women, right? Men, women, and then gender-neutral. That's, like, what Target and, like, certain chains are doing now.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed if my local Target has a gender-neutral bathroom yet.
I know.
Have you noticed if yours?
I don't think mine does. I think mine has like a family one still.
I'll keep an eye out. So then we go to the judging, and we start with the solos, and Bren doesn't place.
Yeah.
And then Kalani gets second.
Which I would have thought she would have gone first for sure.
Yeah.
And I thought at least Bryn would have placed at least top 3. But I guess it's not what the judges were looking for.
In the beginning of the episode, when I think Jill and some of the moms are saying, like, Kalani's always been Abby's favorite. I don't know. It seems like obviously Maddie was always Abby's favorite. I don't know if Kalani was always Abby's favorite. She kind of ebbed and flowed. Like, sometimes she was, sometimes she was just completely forgotten.
Yeah. I felt, Maddie has always been her favorite, but I felt like once Maddie left, then I felt like Abby had to get a new favorite. And I think Kalani kind of was. It was either Kalani or the minis, because Abby was really into the minis. So I think...
Yeah, I can't
either
wait
Kalani was like the first one or the second one.
Eliana's gonna be such an amazing dancer
I know.
in a couple years. I mean, she already is, obviously. I think she's, dare I say it, I think she's gonna be a better dancer than Maddie. I think she's gonna grow. Like, she's really. I feel like we should, like, put together side by side dance of Eliana. Producers should do this in a future episode. Have they had Eliana do a Maddie dance yet?
No.
Oh, they should do that, because to see, like, side by side Eliana, like, almost versus, but, like, just seeing, like, how their styles, are they similar? You know, like, can Eliana place with a dance that Maddie always placed with? Like, I would love to see that.
That would be interesting.
All you Dance Moms producers out there that clearly watch our recap every week, think about that one. And then, so then the judges, like, so then we get to the group dance, and they announce the winners of the group dance, and the group gets second.
Yeah.
So, well, we did better than last week.
I know, they at least placed or didn't place that low. So I think Lorianne's getting there. She's making...
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. She's back next week, so... Maybe next week they get a win. They get first. So we're just going to have to see.
Why was this episode... Oh, I was going to say, why is this episode called All Choked Up? Oh, I guess it was because of Yolanda and Stacy. So, good puns, producers. Way to make a name there. So, yeah, that's about it. Any other thoughts about this episode?
Well, I thought, what did you think when Lorianne came after the awards and everything and was like, "You moms are killing me," and then she started crying. I've never seen Lorianne cry in one of the 2 episodes.
Yeah, it is really it does a lot of this episode kind of made me think like, wow, maybe Abby isn't as crazy as I thought. She's still probably a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but she's not
Yeah.
as loopy as I had thought, and dramatic, because it's kind of like if you in your span of being a dance teacher to these type of moms, like yeah, you that will drive you out of your mind, clearly.
Yeah, definitely. And I felt like maybe Abby also has a little bit more control with the moms because they've never gone in handsy with each other up until this episode when Abby's not here and Lorianne is. So I don't know. I feel like maybe the moms got a little out of hand because Abby's not here and it's a new choreographer and stuff. So I think maybe that could have done with it. But I would have thought maybe they would have had a little bit more respect that they have a guest A-list choreographer.
Yeah. Well, because so many jobs, are you an actress?
No.
No, so many jobs are like, once you're in LA, a surprising amount of getting booked on something is just, can I have lunch with you? Like, are you chill enough to like hang with and you're not going to be a pain in the butt, you know? Like, so much of that. And if Lorianne Gibson really is, you know, well, she is somebody that they want to impress in order to like better their careers, they better put the right foot
Yeah.
forward as far as like, you know, I'm not drama to deal with, like,
Yeah, and it's not even only just about like the acting, or people in acting. Even like if you're trying to get a job in the industry or with anybody, you should still have some respect if like somebody's taking, you know, time out of their day to come and help you. I think there should be some kind of like boundaries of, you know, what you should do
totally.
or how you should act. So
Yeah, I agree.
I just would have thought. But it's Dance Moms.
And it's reality TV.
Yeah, it's
What would there
reality
be to
TV,
watch if
yeah.
everybody just got along? It would be like the Great British Bake Off where there's no drama. So I don't know if I should mention a little bit what like, okay, should I call this predictions? But it's just basically in the next episode. But we know that Lorianne's still going to be with us next week. So
Yes.
we got that much. And let's see, let's just, for funsies, because we have time, let's throw out some predictions. How about that?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
My prediction for next week is that even though like Yolanda and Stacy hashed it out and you know they were fine, I feel like it's never fine on Dance Moms, so I feel like they might actually bring it back for next week, at least a couple of little blows here and there.
Yeah.
And another one is maybe Lorianne will finally get her first place.
Ooh, that would be great.
Yeah.
That would be
That
great
would
for
be
the
awesome
next
to see.
episode.
Yeah. I feel like it's time.
Yeah.
It's her 3rd week with us. I feel like it's time to get that #1 dance.
Yeah. I'm going to predict that Lorianne might bring in a new dancer. Maybe she feels that, like, you know, the team has so many great dynamics as it is, but maybe there's just like one thing that she thinks like, this will be the thing that'll really push it over the top. Kind of the way when Kathy from Candy Apples would like bring in a boy, or she always had like a whole new team every
Yeah.
time, but she would always bring in this like secret weapon boy dancer who was just like insanity on the dance floor. So I feel like maybe Lorianne has a secret weapon that she'll have join the team. Not officially, because she can't, I don't think she has the jurisdiction to do that, but
Not while Abby's still there.
yeah.
But that would be cool. Maybe that's how they get the win.
Yeah, maybe.
Our predictions mixed together.
Yeah. But we definitely know Lorianne's coming back. There's going to be some duets next week. We know that for sure. And I won't say any more from that, but we know what's going to happen. So You guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and please remember to like, comment, and share, and please feel free to give us your thoughts on the when you think Cheryl Burke's gonna come in, if we're gonna have any other extra like guest choreographers along the way. What are your thoughts? What's the peek inside that you may have caught that we didn't? Yeah, give us your thoughts. And as always, you can find me on social media as Hey Tamra, HeyTamra. And where can they find you?
And you guys can find me everywhere on Twitter and Instagram at KarinaXBRGS.
Yeah, and also keep watching AfterBuzz TV because we got a lot of really exciting things coming up. So we will see you next week, guys.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.